Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. I am Urushi Sharma and you are watching Legal Knowledge with Urushi. In this video, we are going to discuss section 84 and 85 of Indian Penal Code 1860, which is talk about the unsoundness of mind and intoxication. But before going further, I would like you to please like and share my channel for more updates and more videos related to the law. Thank you. Let's get started with section 84, which is talk about the unsoundness of mind. If any act or omission which is done by a person which is a violation in the criminal law, then it become a crime and the person who committed is responsible and held liable for that act. But become an act as in crime, there's a one factor which must be present at that time, that is mens rea or a bad intention. But if that person is insane or doesn't know what is wrong and what is right or what is a contrary to law, then this section protect that person from such liability, or that person exonerate from himself from the criminal liability of that act under this section. The word insane means that the madness or lunacy, or it describes that the person deals with the mental disorder or any type of or any form of mental abnormality, that it become a insanity in the medical language. But the definition or the term insanity is different from the legal concept and the medical concept, and always the court treated or given advantage to that person by the applying of the concept of the legal concept. The legal concept stated that basically there is a difference, because the insanity law means that disorder of the mind which impair the reasoning capacity of the man to the extent that he doesn't understand or is incapable to understand the nature and the consequences of his act, and that person become excluded from such liability. And whole concept is based on one maxim, that is Friosus foroi sui punir, which means that a person with a mental illness has no free will and they can't be liable for that act. And the concept of the legal concept which is applied by the court in every case to describe or to discuss that this section is applicable on case or not, is basically based on the one rule, that is McNaughton rule. McNaughton rule test that determine that whether or not the defendant is criminally liable for his act if he suffer from such mental illness. For example, suppose a person knew that he was a person who is insane or the psychopath who raped or murdered a woman, but at the time of the commission of act he know that what he was doing, or what is right or what is illegal, and if he taken advantage of this section, then the McNaughton rule applied and that person become legally liable, because at the time of the commission of act he is legally sane person, not an insane person.
So basically it means that section 80 wants two requirements, that is mental illness plus loss of reasoning. It means that only the mental illness can't take an advantage to that person, but the loss of reasoning requirement at the time of the commission of act is also required to prove that the person is deal with the unsoundness of mind. The mental illness requirement means that the person suffering from the mental illness during the commission of that act. And the laws of reasoning requirement which is given in section 80, that the person deal when the person comes under the three categories, they can take an advantage of this section. The first one is if the person is incapable to know his act is wrong. Second one is if he doesn't know that the act he was doing was contrary to law, or the third one is he doesn't know what is the nature of his act. So both mental illness and loss of reasoning requirements necessary to constitute the legal insanity, and the term always court consider only the legal insanity, not a medical insanity. Now look at the section 84 of Indian Penal Code. It talks about the unsound of mind. It says that nothing is an offense which is done by a person who, at the time of doing it, by reason of unsound of mind, is incapable of knowing the nature of the actor, or that he is doing what is either wrong or contrary to law. The legislature used the word unsound mind instead of the word insanity. It means that the word insanity has a limited scope as compared to the unsound of mind, and that's why the legislature used the word unsound of mind. The second thing we must look at, that the word used at the time of doing it, it means that the court only look at the defense basically given to those accused who prove by the evidence that at the time of the commission of act he was dealing with the unsoundness of mind, or he doesn't know that what he was doing, or what he was doing was wrong or contrary to law. So basically, they are the essential, or we say that to prove the nature and the degree of the actor, the accused person can fulfill one of the tests which is laid down in this section to take an advantage. The first one is the accused person is incapable of knowing the nature of the act. It means that basically this category deals with the two conditions, that is the automatism, or second one is mistake of fact due to the unsoundness of mind. For example, if a person who is mad cut the head of the person who is sleeping on the road, because he will watching that the person whose the head is removed by them, searching for his head when he wake up, because the act shows itself that he doesn't know the nature of quality of the actor, then they can take an advantage under this section, and this example is basically deals with the incapable of knowing the nature of the act. The second one is if the person know the nature of the actor, but he doesn't know that it was wrong or contrary to law, then he also can take an advantage under this section. For example for this is that suppose the accused person killed his uncle by serving his head or neck with a sword, and shouting with victory to Kali or something else, because the attempt of the strike because the attack was given or done by under delusion. So they can take an advantage of this section, because he only treat or he doesn't know the nature what is wrong or what is contrary to law, but he already are dealing with the insane delusion of that actor. Or suppose someone who are under the insane delusion believe that the innocent person whom he kills, that he in the delusion that he was going to take his life. In this case, by the reason of delusion, he is incapable to knowing that what he was doing is the contrary to law, then he can also can take an advantage under this section. Also, one thing that the legislature use word both wrong or contrary to law. The both terms are different from each other, because the term wrong means that the morally wrong, or the contrary to law means that the legally wrong. So the both concepts are considered by the court when the case is come under this section. But mere the abnormality of mind, or irascible impulse, or psychopath are not considered as a defense at that in this section taken as a defense. The person has to prove only two things, that the person is dealing with the legal insanity, and second one is that the person deal with legal insanity at the time of the commission of act, then he can take an advantage under this section. That's it for this section. I hope you all understand the concept very well, and if you like my video, please like, share and subscribe my channel for more updates. Thank you. मिलते हैं दूसरी वीडियो में. नमस्कार.